Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor, and we are here with War 8 of Season 43, and Matrix is taking on SGA1. I have the team of Archangel, Spidey 2099, and Omega Sentinel, and we're starting off on Path 4, Section 1, over to Path 2, Section 2, and I actually have 3 mini-bosses to take today. This Kev Panat placed with suicides for some reason. It didn't actually matter for this fight. It probably sped the fight up by like 2 seconds at most. And also I made a small mistake there, taking a hit. But still a pretty fast fight. And that was only an R4 spot. We are on to this rank 2 Domino. Now it's only a SIG 20. I did check the SIG, which means that even if I wasn't using a champion that was immune to ability accuracy reduction, the crit fail would be doing like no damage. Now there's also the weaknesses on this node, and if I can prevent it, I'd prefer to prevent the Fury, but now that it's on, there's actually no way to remove it, because when you have 3 effects, you have to remove all 3 for it to leave, and that armor break is actually permanent, and Omega Sentinel has no way to shrug it off. So I'm just going to play this slow, try not to take any hits to the face, try to get some incinerates up on her, although because she's a mutant, there'll be plasmas. Just trying to do that. I hear I'm trying to pause my debuffs. I missed a parry, and there we go. I'm going to pause the debuffs and throw the SP2. This fight is just about taking it slow. This is never really meant to get a death. I assume they just didn't have a Domino to place, so they placed a rank 2 low SIG. I don't know. That's the only logical explanation to me, because a rank 2 SIG 20 Domino is never going to get a kill. Unless the other player takes like so many combos to the face. At least on this node. At least on this node, they'll never get a kill. But yeah, we just gotta pause the debuffs, because the weaknesses don't actually affect the debuffs we're pausing at the time we pause them. It affects them at the time that they're inflicted. So we could have 100 weaknesses on us, and we would still take this fight down eventually from the plasma. So that fight goes down. I am going to have a couple, one especially very long Omega Sentinel fight at the end of the war that I've already taken previously in the season. So we're going to skip past that fight when I come to it, but I'll show you the beginning of the fight, and I'll tell you what happens in the fight. But like I said, we're on to Path 2 here. We have Doom into Jessica Jones, and while I technically could have used either Spidey 2099 or Archangel for both of these fights. Like, I could have used either one for both fights. I could have used Archangel for this fight and Spidey for the next one if I wanted to. I know Jessica Jones is not immune to either bleed or poison, and I have Archangeled her before, so I know I can do that, so we're just going to do that. And this time, I remembered that there's the node here that when you're close to them, you get buffs put on you, so I'm never going to go out of my way to trigger Dex. Because there's really no purpose. I'm only going to do it when he throws an SP1. And there's just one point in this fight I'm going to eat an SP1, which you'll see. But that's not coming for a little bit. Get that first wither up. Just got to keep baiting SP1s. I am like 95% confident on his SP2, and I will occasionally push him to SP2 in war and fully dex it. But yeah, that's the SP1 I eat to the face. I was just late on my first dash back, and that made the full special hit me, obviously. But my invuln ate that up, and he went down. So there you go. Now we're on to the next one. We got 2 Archangel fights in a row. We have this Jessica Jones, and then we have that Attuma. Again, this is a rank 4. I thought these guys had bigger accounts and mostly R5. Like, our defense, out of 150 defenders, it's probably about 120 rank 5s and only 30 rank 4s. But these guys seem to have a lot more rank 4s on defense. But yeah, Archangel is just going to take this pretty well. I'm not going to let Jessica Jones throw a special, because I know I can easily kill her consistently before she ever gets there. So yeah, here we're just going to be blocking. Oh! She does throw a special. I actually didn't even remember that. Doesn't matter. but, you know, she did it. And here we can dash in, throw that special one, just to kill off whatever remaining seconds there were to make the chances that I take a hit there 0%, because you can't get hit while throwing a special, obviously. And the defender died before the special was over. This fight I was a little bit worried about. This has damage back that I'm not going to be able to avoid because Archangel does not counter the damage back from Attuma. I'm just going to take the damage. And also, I am going to take an SP1 to the block in this fight, and it's going to, or sorry, an SP2. And with the prowess that Attuma's going to have from my crits and the shrugs, it's going to do a lot of damage into my blocks. You'll see that. I'm just getting neuros up right now. I was able to get 2 neuros. Now I got to bait that SP2 into my block. The like 2 or 3 hits into my block did 23% of my health, which is kind of crazy, or maybe a little less than that. But there he purified the stun. I guess he had too much increased ability accuracy for Archangel to shut down the shrug, but he does go down right after that, and that is Archangel's last fight. So now we're into this bishop that I have taken earlier this season. The strategy for this fight is so straightforward that I'm not even going to show you this whole fight. I'll probably just show the first 20 seconds. It safeguards, and you don't want to incinerate him because it's bishop. So literally what I am going to be doing is trapping him in his corner and doing medium, light, beta heavy the whole fight. So we're going to get our armor ups up. Here we're going to inflict some... Oh, I thought I was going to go for heal box. I guess I just don't bother. But yeah, this is what I do the whole fight, is just sit in the corner, try to reparry or beta heavy, and just do that because he'll never get to special 3. Now, this bishop was actually pretty annoying, and twice in this fight, he is going to throw the SP2 into my block when I block out of a light attack, just like that. I just held block, and twice when he had 0 prowess, he just chucked the SP2. So that is going to take off a little bit of health from me, but I'm going to skip forward in this fight because nothing other than that's interesting happens. And we're on to our last fight, which is this Storm Pyramid X. A fight originally not assigned to me that got reassigned to me, but I was completely fine with taking it because the counter makes sense. And I do have an invulnerability boost that I'm going to put on here just for safety. Right? Yeah. Okay, good. There we go. Invulnerability boost is on. And this is... I'm not going to get DOT in this fight because I won't get power, so I can't throw my specials. The only way I would get it is if I trigger my auto block. But the downside to that is that also triggers a stun, which means I get stunned and hit because of it. And that's actually going to happen. I'm going to get hit twice in this fight. Or, no, wait, maybe it's I reparry by accident. I feel like it's that. I don't think I actually get hit. Yeah, I reparried by accident, and because of it, I got hit, which inflicts a plasma. We're going to try to keep that plasma by pausing it. Just barely managed to pause it, and we're going to try to hold on to that plasma the whole fight to give us some regen. But I am actually going to land one more accidental parry later in this fight, and I'm going to inflict another one, so I won't have to worry about pausing this one. But I'm almost at a special 2, so I think right here, yeah, I go for the heal block and then throw the SP2. Nice, just to get some more DOT on her. Baiting the special, of course, just making sure I'm pausing those debuffs as well. And yeah, there it is right there. I accidentally reparry while trying to step back. She actually does throw her SP1 and gets a crit on the last hit. Now I know that the way that some cold snap works in the game is that you'll get an explosion at the end when the cold snap expires. That's not the way that hers works. It's just damage. Or maybe I'm thinking of Frostbite. I am thinking of Frostbite. My bad. But yeah, that fight goes down. And we actually ended up losing this war. So right at the end of the war, we were winning 10-9. And we actually died twice right at the end and lost 11-10. Which sucks. We just had a bad war, and they had a slightly better war. we had a lower death average per war than them going into this war, and we just didn't have a good war. But we are now 5-3 on the season. My death total is now at 2, or is now at. I said that, but I didn't die this war. I died last war. And my PSR is 40 out of 42 fights soloed, which is 95%. And my deathless streak is at 8 fights. So yeah, out of this war, we are sitting in 12th overall. So one more win would get us back into the top 10. So we're hoping for that. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.